Hi guys, we're the Orators Club podcast team, and we're gonna begin by introducing ourselves, and then just segue into a bit of a conversation for you guys.
Hi guys, I'm Janvi and I'm a first year.
Hi, I'm Yana and I'm also first year.
I'm Veer, and I'm a second year.
I'm Anya and I'm a first year as well.
Hi, I'm Madhav and I'm also first year.
Right. So, who's the first thing we can talk about?
Family.
Family
How are we
dynamics.
doing? Don't we start with that? Like, how would
How we're doing? Okay.
Okay.
So, we're doing fine, I think. How are we doing?
I'd say so.
Yeah, we're,
How are we
we're
doing?
good.
How is your first time been? How's all of your first time been?
First time's been bumpy. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's been fun also. It's been tiring at times.
Yeah.
But yeah, balanced, well
But
balanced.
it's been like a roller coaster.
Yeah.
I know that me as a person, I'm taking the first sem very easily or very lightly, but I
Yeah.
know that it's going to become very tough for me
Okay.
from the second sem. So
Right.
that's what's been scaring me.
Right.
But I think that's part of the academic journey, and I have to eventually face it.
I think it's kind of the opposite for me because I'm such an overthinker. But it's also like college is so unpredictable. Like you're like bawling your eyes about being exhausted. Like I was crying about it like last night, and this morning I had at 8:30. Like we moved. Like that's so weird. I think that will be my biggest takeaway from college. Like we moved.
Right, I mean, I did not expect academics to be this rigorous from the get go, but it has been actually very rigorous for me personally.
Really, your FCs?
Yeah, FCs.
Which one?
I have Indian Civilization with Brigupati.
No, just tell me the rigorous ones.
Yeah, I'm telling you the rigorous
Indian
ones.
I'm in that course.
With Brigupati.
Yeah, I've not moved a finger for that course.
On the other hand, I'm so overwhelmed by their readings.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, you do the readings.
Probably.
Yeah.
What's your favorite
Yeah,
class
yeah.
this semester?
Don't do the readings.
POS by Saurabh Pal and Vidya Avsare.
Really?
11 on 10 would recommend.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm in that class.
Yeah, and I love that. It's so cute. They're making us do a board game.
Yeah, but
That's
do you know
fun.
what's
Yeah.
I don't know.
Um, On that note, I was a science kid. So it's
Oh,
easier
so-
for me.
Okay.
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 Right. So probably that could be why readings are a little tougher for you also, right?
Right. I'm a product of the ISC education system, so
Oh, same, me
readings.
too, yeah.
I've noticed that the FCs are very abstract
I
in a way.
agree.
All of them, be it the science FCs, be it the maths ones.
Yeah, and I think that they're a bit unfair also because see, if I have QRMT and you have QRMT, we have different professors, and you get to go home early before let's say the mid-sem break or the end-sem break because you
Mhm.
have a take-home assignment.
Right.
But I have to stay in campus
Mm.
because on the last day before the leave begins, I have an exam.
Right. But
That just becomes
you know the
very-
caveat to that is that when you're giving an exam, you actually know how you're doing. But in a lot of these take-home assignments, you
Mhm.
don't know how you've done.
Of course,
That's
because
right.
most of us,
Because
yeah,
if-
we
if-
can help.
See, you'd rather sacrifice 3 more days of vacation
Of course.
to have a better idea of how you've really done with your academics in college, right? Because your whole semester is building up to that one paper.
Of course, if you think about it like that, but if you think about it from a perspective where you have 4 FCs and all
Right.
4 have exams,
Right.
and none of your friends is in campus because all of them are at home now.
Right.
Some of them are already chilling. They're gone on vacations with their family. They're posting about it, and you're just sitting here alone, depressed,
Right.
not even studying because you think that life's over. Why did you get such courses? Why did you have to choose such courses? So
Right.
that's very irritating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The part and parcel though.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to be in a position where they will have exams and you're going to have take-home assignments. It's
Yeah,
okay.
that is. So ever since Ashoka started, I've just been calling. Initially, I used to talk to my parents quite often, like 2 or 3 times a day. That was during orientation. The funny thing is now I don't even have the time to just pick up one call, and that is how I feel that the family dynamics have changed ever since I've started college.
For me, it's been such a contrast. All week, I had no time, and I was so caught up with everything. In fact, now I've been talking to my parents more. In fact, all week time, my father used to send me. He learned about emojis. Earlier, he only knew the thumbs up and the kiss face. And then he learned sad emojis, and all he did was send me. He would just randomly send me sad emojis through a week.
Did any of you cry, like saying bye to your family when they dropped you off?
I did.
Mm.
Was that like a very big? For me, it was like, because when I came in, I was sick as well, and then I've never lived away from home. So it was like I spent a week not socializing. I spent it crying in my room.
No.
I would not be alone at all, because I knew if I was alone in my room, I'd bawl my eyes out.
No.
I cried when my family dropped me, but after that there was no tear drop rolling down.
Right. So I was saying, like, when I came in my first sem,
Mhm.
throughout my first sem, I'm an only child, right? So I was like, I'm extremely close to my parents, obviously. So throughout school, they always knew what was going on, like what I'm doing, what class I'm going to, what tuition I'm going to, or something like that. But when you come to college, and for all of y'all, your parents don't know what's going on. Like, your parents have no idea. You just send them your timetable, maybe, and they know you're in this class. You're not in that class, but they just think you're there, and then they're like, okay, fine. So, it's hard because there's not enough transparency.
No,
I
but the
think.
thing with my family is like if I don't pick up my parents' calls, my mom would basically know that nothing's gonna happen, but my dad's gonna assume the worst.
Yeah,
He's gonna just start assuming the
it's
worst.
the opposite for me.
It's the opposite for
Yeah.
me.
No, but yeah, my case is a bit special because my dad will start assuming the worst. He'll just think that I've been kidnapped or I've done this, that I am up to something which I'm not supposed to be up to. But then my mom would have to calm him down that nothing, he's
Yeah.
here only, don't
Yeah.
worry, don't worry.
I feel like it's a big change for them as well. Essentially,
Yeah.
they're going through a transformation as well, because they're basically
True.
empty nesters now.
Right.
Especially if you were in like an only child, then it's
Yeah.
actually crazy.
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, Thursdays, you guys probably don't talk to your parents, right?
Yeah.
I tried.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to.
Even I do, but it's usually before 7.
Before 7.
And then maybe after 12.
After 12.
Yeah.
Okay. We're actually recording this on a Thursday.
That's true.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So my parents' call's gonna be coming any minute now. Yeah, you can pick it up today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can pick it up today.
You can't pick it up today. Yeah. Friday, you won't see people in the library. Friday libraries are shut.
Friday night.
Friday
Friday
night,
night
they're
time.
shut.
Yeah.
Friday night library is shut. I wouldn't know.
Friday mornings,
Oh,
I
you've
feel
been
like
here for a year. What?
Year and a half. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the library? Because I feel like when I first got here, I'd spent so much time at the library.
So I think it's like this happens with every batch, and everybody in every batch, in your first sem, you'll sit
God bless
on
you.
the first floor of the library. You'll sit on those round tables, and you'll take pictures and all together, and then you all will do like everything but study. That's what we did for our first year. Second year you come and you actually have concrete work to do. So you will shift to the second floor of the library, and then eventually when work gets to you, you'll shift to the meeting room.
That's so relatable.
Yeah.
Actually, a few of my friends and me, we actually got kicked out of the library, I think 2 or 3 times for creating a ruckus
Yeah.
and just screaming and shouting at the back.
No, but feel that Ashoka as a university has students where even the most rigorous students, they'll study 6 days a week. Even if for example, if they're not from Delhi, so they're not commuting. So even on the weekends they'll study. But on Thursdays, the time period between 7 till say 2, even the most rigorous guys or girls or anyone will just be hardcore partying.
Yeah, I feel like it's a very
For sure.
different side to everyone. I kind of like that about a
Of
Thursday.
course,
Like,
of
it's
course.
nice. It's
Thursday nights are
refreshing.
so much fun.
It's like it's like you party and then you head for food because people forget to eat
Yeah.
because of the partying, and then you reach Dhaba or you reach Ganga Cycle.
Walking around doing nothing, just talking or just chilling, and then it's 6 before you know it, and then you sleep, and then you realize that, oh, what did I do yesterday? You can't even remember.
Okay, what's your favorite food on campus?
Talk about Dhaba.
For me, it has to be
really?
Dhaba.
Dhaba?
Seriously.
Unpopular opinion, I thought Dhaba was a little bit overrated when I got to campus. Like, I had heard so much about thali number 4.
To be honest,
I mean, thali number 4 is like the most basic thing at
I
Dhaba.
agree.
Yeah.
But it was so overhyped when I got here,
Yeah.
right? So I'd gone there with certain expectations.
Was it? Sorry. Yeah.
No, it's okay. Go on.
Patience.
No, it's okay.
About
you can
thali
go on.
number 4. Have you found anything that like replaces it though? Like which now
So,
you like
thali
at
number 3.
At the dhaba.
The paneer paratha is great.
No, but I'll tell you.
We had that just
Yeah.
yesterday.
If you want to have a proper meal, my go-to meal is going to be so it's thali number 4 is just a thali which has got paneer ki sabzi and it's got some dal and it's got some
Yeah,
roti.
yeah.
But I'd rather order paneer butter masala,
Yeah.
dal makhni, salted lassi, and butter naan, and
Yeah.
that whole and that is my go-to meal. And I think Dhaba food is better than I expected. It's
Yeah.
better than the outside food.
No.
No, it is.
No.
From the
Have
outside
you guys
Dhabas,
gone
it
to
is.
Roti Boti?
No,
yet?
so yeah, I was going to come to that. Roti Boti is the goat of food on at Ashoka. I mean, the stupidest thing Ashoka did was remove Roti Boti, honestly. If you go to Roti Boti outside, have you tried the food at Roti Boti?
I
No,
have.
I haven't been yet.
I went-
Roti
I
Boti
tried-
food is unbeatable.
I tried some
Can't-
It is better than Delhi food.
I
It is
unbeatable.
better than Delhi food.
I 100% agree with you.
Yeah.
I went maybe a few days
Yeah,
back,
yeah.
and I have not touched a wrap at Dhaba since.
Yeah. No, I mean, you don't get
So-
wraps at Dhaba. Like, you get the kathi rolls.
I meant the rolls.
Yeah.
You
I
know what
meant the
totally
rolls.
shocked me?
Yeah.
ASG cheesecakes.
Oh, ASG.
How
Oh
are they
my
so
God.
good in Sonipat,
Yes.
Haryana?
I swear.
You would not
That's true.
expect that.
That's true.
It was so.
You know, but
They
it
were
was
so
a
good.
it was a running joke initially. The cheesecakes are yum, but it's not really cheesecake. It has like a shaving foam
Yeah.
texture inside.
Yeah.
So
It's a
You
bit
ignore
shady.
that. You ignore that.
It's a bit shady. It's a bit
It's a
shady.
bit shady.
Yeah, it's a bit shady.
Have you tried Sill cheesecake? The
Where?
one near ASG. Like the one right near ASG.
No, we
Yeah.
There's two more restaurants near ASG. One's a complete, like it's just a bakery.
Oh.
And the cheesecakes are amazing, yeah.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind now.
I love chai on campus though. That's
Yeah.
my
Dhaba chai is great.
Dhaba chai is
Yeah,
great.
Dhaba
Even
chai.
I love,
Dhaba chai.
to be honest, I love the hot chocolate on campus.
Where?
From Fuel
Where?
Zone.
I've
Really?
never
I
had
have
it.
Fuel
also
Zone
never
cold
had
coffee.
Fuel Zone,
Fuel Zone
I
coffee
think
is the
everything
best,
that
yeah.
Fuel Zone prepares is quite good.
Fuel Zone cold coffee is the best though, yeah.
So-
the juice is also great.
So
I get
I-
more
be
Sambi
it
juice.
summers,
Yeah.
no, but be
Or
it
like
summers or
matcha
winters, I always have a hot chocolate just because I really loved Fuel Zone's hot chocolate on day one.
But hot chocolate is hot chocolate. You can't. It's hard to go wrong with hot chocolate.
No, it is really.
Seriously,
you can't
try
go wrong
Kit
with
Kat's hot
hot
chocolate. It's the same.
Talking about coffee,
Yeah.
it's crazy how caffeine addicted everybody is on
Yeah,
campus.
true.
I agree.
There are people who just cannot function.
Yeah.
I mean, it's actual good business. Just coffee.
I have friends who have brought so much coffee and so many varieties of coffee.
Yeah.
They're like
I've
just
switched to French
boxes.
vanilla coffee now. Yeah, I got the instinct. I'm one of them.
Yeah.
I need 3 cups of coffee. a
They're
day.
coffee
Really?
connoisseurs. Most of the people here are coffee connoisseurs.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You need coffee. Like, you have an assignment due and you've not slept and you just want something
You
to
have
just
to-
keep you going for 2 hours.
And you have to just listen to some of the Blue Tokai orders of coffee that people do. They just customize it like to the brink. Like, it's just
Yeah.
crazy.
That's
You know-
true.
you know
That's
something-
actually true.
That's true, right?
The milk and
Yeah,
this
the
and I want that.
milk and
I've
the
also heard
caramel
this.
and
Yeah.
it's just
You know, Blue Tokai is good for everything but coffee.
Yeah, I've heard the coffee's kind of bad.
Yeah, the
there.
coffee is really bad. The Blue
But
Tokai
I think
coffee
it's
is
the
really
only
bad.
place that customizes your coffee just like Starbucks, no?
Yeah.
That's why it's like it's popular.
Yeah. The Blue Tokai food is great though.
The food's great. The
Yeah.
food's great.
Love
yeah,
the food,
food's
yeah.
good.
Mhm. Especially now that you can order from the app itself.
Yeah.
So much more convenient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can just order and go pick it up. Then you avoid the lines, right?
Oh, does Blue Tokai deliver as well?
No, they
No,
don't.
so
pick it
they
up.
have an app and you place your order, you pay, and then you go pick it up. You avoid the whole line. over there.
Oh,
And I
okay.
think
So
there's-
I do it like
yeah.
while I'm in class, and then after class finishes, I just go and instantly have my order.
And I think you can never go wrong with Subway either.
Mhm.
Like Subway is
Yeah, but
Subway, Domino's.
But I mean, that's
They're
something that you
lifesavers
can
at
get
times.
outside campus as well.
No, but they're lifesavers at campus at
Yeah.
times when the mess food's not that good and you really want to have something on the go. So Subway is just you just go up one floor and you just have a Subway because you know Subway is gonna be good.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why it's a lifesaver.
That's hard to go wrong with the sub.
Yeah, it's hard to go wrong with stuff.
Mhm.
I think first week I used to go to Subway just to see get a pookie instead of cookie.
Yeah.
It was get a pookie and it was so cute.
What's a pookie? Like Subway.
Oh, do you
hot
not-
dogs? No, really, I don't.
Pookie is like, so if someone's your pookie, it's like they're your, I don't know, how do you explain?
Have you heard of Pookie Baba? random, but
I don't want to
On the
sound
net?
old, but like, no.
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 Someone that's spooky is just like someone that,
That's cute and dear to you.
yeah, like cute and like.
Oh.
Yeah.
Usually, pooky is like.
It's a
An
cheesy
endearing
way
term.
of
It's
calling
like-
some.
One eternity later.
I have heard a lot about Subway, but I really haven't been there. I mainly just heard a lot about the cookies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Subway is the only place open 24/7 though on campus.
Really?
Yeah. There's no other place open, I think.
But I think Chai 24, no, it's
It
all-
just came.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's almost 24 hours.
Yeah, it's closed from 4 a.m. to 7 a.m.
Okay.
It's like
I love how
20
you know the details.
maybe
You
20.
know, I went to Chai 24 the first time, like, उधर पूजा भी नहीं हुई थी, like, I'm like, oh, I want my chai. And they're like, madam, अभी खुला नहीं है.
The same thing happened with me at Greenox when Greenox
Yeah.
opened.
Oh, yeah.
We were there for
We
the
were the first
inauguration. We were the
customers
first
at
customers
Greenox.
there.
We
We
were-
saw the whole Nariyal process
And
and all of
some
that.
friends of ours even wore garlands because they were the first customers.
First customers. Like,
Yeah,
What are
yeah.
your thoughts on Greenox, though?
Never tried the food.
so, some things are
I
good,
don't
some
like
things
Yeah,
are not.
Greenox is really.
Have you
Greenox is like some of the things at Greenox are good though, like the paneer wrap and stuff for vegetarian. I mean, I'm vegetarian, so are all of you vegetarian?
I'm also vegetarian.
You're not vegetarian, okay?
Even
so
I'm
do you
not.
like Greenox?
No, but I've never had
Yeah.
non-vegetarian food there. I've only had juices at Greenmount.
I think that's fine. I don't think.
They're
I mean, you can try.
But yeah,
But-
another speaking of non-vegetarian food, there's no good joint for non-vegetarian food on campus.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I've heard the opposite.
Yeah.
I think what you meant probably was more like related to you're Indian,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And that
yes,
was
see,
roti
you get
boti
me, yeah.
again,
Roti
and
boti,
that's
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
one of
Roti
it.
boti had
Probably that.
purely non-veg food. Like all of my
Mm.
friends are non-vegetarian, so like they don't touch veg food. Like they're not vegetarian. So yeah, even the THC non-vegetarian I think is really good. If you've had anything from there,
I've not had actually.
like the chicken strips and stuff like that. Is
And
apparently
even
really
speaking
good.
of these food joints, a very underrated experience on campus are these deep convos you have with your friends, especially after Thursday night at these places.
That's actually my most favorite part about a Thursday night.
Philips. Philips
Yeah.
are the best.
It's like an unwind after all the chaos.
And
I
you know,
agree.
and you know the crazy part is because with friends you can discuss anything. So at one point you're talking about parties or some random things, but with just a snap you're talking about life.
Like,
That's
what are we
true.
doing here? How
What
did
are we
we
doing?
get
How
here?
did we
How
reach
did we
here?
reach
You're
here,
talking about your
Ashoka?
childhood. You're talking
Yeah.
about past experiences,
That's true.
and you're just bonding over these common experiences that you might have shared. So that's something that is very underrated, and I feel that it's there's something about this campus.
I feel like
Yeah.
that comes with living on a residential campus. 'Cause
Yeah,
you're
that's
living
true.
with
There's a
these
vibe,
people
there's a vibe,
Right.
there's a
24/7.
vibe.
Building on that, I mean, this is kind of a first year thing where you have these deep conversations with your friends, you know, after Thursday. I'm not saying that still doesn't happen, but when you're talking about yourself, you're talking about life, you get to a point where you're so close to these people now, like you were saying, you're living with them, that you know everything about them.
Yeah,
you
I know.
So you don't need to.
You don't. Yeah, you don't need to. You like. I mean, it's not that you don't need to. I mean, you can still talk about other things.
Yeah, yeah.
But when it comes to knowing a person, you know, like in school, like you used to see your friends from 8 to 3, and then maybe later, but everyone used to go to their own house.
Of course, yeah.
But here you do class, then you go to your room where you have a roommate who you should talk with, then you go out, you have more friends there. So you're always around
You're
people.
living with your friends.
Yeah, always living. You're living with. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's nothing like it.
Even the roommate experience for that matter, it's so different from anything most of us have experienced, right?
Yeah.
I agree, and I think it's particularly different for children who are only child.
For sure.
Personally, for me, like I've never lived with anybody my age, so it's
It
been
teaches
fun.
you
No,
so
but
much.
it's
It
very-
Yeah,
genuinely
I
teaches
agree.
you so much.
Cooperation to adjust.
Boundaries, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but it's just a bit weird. Like there are so many dynamics that so many people have with their roommates. So you don't know what to just go towards. So for example, there are people who don't even talk to their roommate. They're like, just this is my roommate. This is not my friend, and that's something I don't often understand.
Yeah.
And then there are people like their roommates are their best friend. So that is something that has been confusing at times for me. Like, how do you decide?
I feel like it's an underrated learning.
Yeah,
For
that's
everybody, it's unique, right? But somebody's learning adjustment, somebody's learning
Yeah.
friendship, somebody's just just learning to exist with another person. It's a very different
That's
learning
what's
for
so
everyone.
beautiful about it. I feel like it's such a unique experience for everyone.
Touch wood, me and my roommate, we are just like a married couple.
Aww.
I love that guy.
Love.
That's
Yeah,
very
yeah.
sweet.
Yeah, any point of time you tell him, you ask him where is Madhav or ask me where he is, we know. And that is something I really like about that I found a good roommate. Because I think that is a very underrated concern that people have.
Yeah.
I think even you might have faced that.
No, I did, of course. So my roommate in the first sem was from Assam,
Okay.
and something that is not talked about enough is how diverse. Like obviously people talk about how diverse Ashoka is, but what people don't talk about is obviously roommates are randomly allocated, right? So dealing and like learning someone else's culture and talking to them in a way that they understand. Like it's not like they're talking a different language. It's just that maybe you come across as a little rude, or you come across as too pushy, or the other person comes across as too pushy. That kind of boundary, that there's no unwanted issues.
And I think that is just because of the fact that initially you're sharing a room with someone who's a random stranger,
Right.
and that is why there are so many conflicts in camp.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Right, yeah, but it doesn't always have to lead to conflict, right?
Of course.
Yeah, so if I mean it's hard for everyone when they first come in. Like your parents drop you off, your parents are in your room.
Especially for introverts.
Yeah, with your roommate, and like I remember when my parents came, my roommate they gave my roommate their number and stuff. And
Yeah, my mom texted my
same.
roommate when I was sick. Like, how is she doing? My mom
Yeah,
texted
you're sharing.
me.
My roommate still like my
Sharing
roommate.
a room.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Talking about parents dropping you, can you believe that we're
It
in
feels
college
like it
for
was
the
just
first year?
yesterday. It feels like it was just yesterday.
And it's been
I think he's gotten used to that feeling now.
Yeah, of course.
For
I mean,
us,
I go back and
I think it'll
forth
take a
so much.
while
Yeah.
for us to get used to that feeling.
Yeah.
for us. It's been, I think, almost 2.5 months now, 3 months, touching 3 months. It feels surreal, right?
And it just feels
Absolutely.
like it was just yesterday
Hmm.
that our parents dropped us off, and there was a week-long orientation.
Like how time flies.
And
Yeah.
every
Honestly.
time you
Crazy.
go back home, you don't want to come back, but when you do, it's like you never left.
That's also so true.
You spoke my mind.
And on top of that, there's like 15 days left till the
Yeah.
semester ends.
I swear that's
We're done
unreal.
with 1/8 of our college life.
Don't put it like that.
I said what I said.
What did we do? How did the time go?
No idea.
Crazy.
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 Yeah, cause I mean we had a conversation and then it ended, and then we're like, how do you start a new one? Like don't let